In this session, we're going to look at moving and renaming files and directories directly within a repository without the need for a working copy. To emphasize that we don't need a working copy, change directory to the root of your C drive now. First of all, let's take a look at the contents of the trunk directory of the M03L12 repository. In here, you'll note the existence of the copy.dir directory. We're now going to relocate this directory so that it appears underneath the sum.dir directory, which you also see within trunk. To do this, we use the svn move command. This is the same move command as we used when moving files within a working copy. The difference being that instead of specifying working copy paths to the move operation, we specify repository URLs. In this example, we're specifying the source URL to be trunk copy.dir and the destination URL to be trunk sum.dir copy.dir. Running the command, we see that we complete and have committed revision 13. Recursively listing the contents of the trunk directory in the M03L12 repository reveals that the copy.dir no longer exists, and that under sum.dir we have the new copy.dir directory. Examining the latest revision created along the trunk path, we note that revision 13, the revision that we've just committed, contains two operations: a delete operation, deleting the copy.dir directory from trunk, and an addition with history, creating the copy.dir under sum.dir from the trunk copy.dir at revision 12. If you've been following along, you'll recall that when we do a move operation within the working copy and commit it, we get exactly the same two operations: a deletion and an addition with history. Looking once again at the contents of the trunk directory, we note that there is a directory sum.dir within trunk. In this next move example, we're going to move in place. In other words, we're going to move from the trunk to the trunk. This is the equivalent of the rename operation. In actual fact, we could easily have used the svn rename command, because rename is a synonym for move within the Subversion interface. So in this case, we're specifying a source URL trunk sum.dir and a destination URL of trunk renamed.dir. Running the command, we see that we have committed revision 14. And listing the contents of the trunk directory once again, we see that the sum.dir has been removed and the renamed.dir has been created. Checking the log entry for the most recent revision along the trunk, we see the revision 14 that we've just created, recording the fact that we've got an add with history followed by a deletion of the sum.dir source directory.